So nice to be back. Oh, really good. Rug's still there at least? Okay. A little nervous about this right here. Well, at least I can sit down in the... Well, thank goodness that was just a dream. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna be looking at the new agent that is joining the roster for Valorant. I can't wait to get in this video. It's been a long time coming. We've been seeing all the little things here and there that Valorant has been putting in to show us little hints about the new character that's been coming. And today we finally get to take a look at it. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever a new video goes live. And with that, let's get into the video. So, new season, which means rank has reset, which is great because it wasn't going very well for me. We can take a quick look at the battle pass. There's like kind of two main themes for this battle pass. The first one is this, the frequency, which essentially is this kind of like flowery looking dark accent. There's also this bulletproof armor spray, super cute. And then there's also this overlay kind of pack of weapons coming out. And I gotta be honest with you, I love this. This is amazing. Like if there was some animation on this and stuff, like I would buy this pack if it came out. Like look at this, like this is so sick. This is probably the second coolest outlaw skin there is out there. Of course, the first one that I'm talking about is the one that just got released, the RGX 3.0. But this is so sick. I need this. I literally need it. Yeah, we have the Usul Guardian. I totally butchered that name, so I apologize. But look at this, dude. The Phantom is just so clean. And it looks like a game cartridge. Ah, man, dude. The knife is sick too. And we even get a sheriff. So anyway, that is something to look forward to. But without further ado, let's get straight into the meat and potatoes of what we're looking at. And that is the new character, Vice. Man, I am so excited for this character. As a Sentinel player, this is a huge deal. We're finally getting, what is this, a 6th or a 7th? I think it's the 6th Sentinel, especially because some of the stuff that she's able to do, it has like more flashes and stuff, which I feel like a lot of the times the Sentinels lack. Vice. We've got Razorvine, Sheer, Arc Rose, and Steel Garden. I also heard that one of the things that people are surprised about is the fact that Razorvine and Sheer, they cost not that much, which is like very interesting. So it makes it seem like people who are gonna play her are gonna be able to basically buy their utility like almost immediately. So yeah, okay, let's just go straight through it. Let's start at the beginning with Razorvine. So it's 150 points. Equip a nest of liquid metal, fire to launch. Upon landing, the nest becomes visible. When activated, it sprawls out into a large Razorvine nest, which slows and damages all players who move through it. Okay, that's cool. So it really reminds me of Killjoy's grenade, except the one thing, does Killjoy's grenade slow people? I think it might. So it's essentially a Killjoy's grenade. It has a lot bigger range though. Yeah, I think another thing with these abilities is that the way that she casts them, kind of, it feels like, you know, there's not really an arc to it in the same way that you might throw a KJ grenade or even like a KO knife or something like that. Like these like kind of just, like, you know, I'm aiming down here, but I throw it up here. That's just something to be aware of, I think, when you're using these utilities. But this is like a perfect location for something like this, right? Like it's a choke point. People are gonna be coming in this way. And then if they move forward, they're not only slowed, but they're also damaged incrementally just as they move forward, which is really cool. That's kind of her Razorvine. Let's go on to Sheer, which is a big deal. There's the Sage wall, and then there's the Viper wall. Now there's the Sheer. I don't think there's any other walls aside from that. Okay, I've watched a lot of videos on this, and this seems like the most interesting utility, in my opinion, because it is essentially a Sage wall that cannot be broken, but then it like goes away after a little bit of time. But essentially, you can place it like this, and I don't think enemy players can see it quite as clear as I can. I mean, this is pretty obvious. So it's triggered whenever someone walks across it. Actually, I'm just gonna read it really quick. So equip filament of liquid metal, fire to place a hidden wall trap. When an enemy crosses, an indestructible wall bursts from the ground behind them. The wall lasts for a brief time before dissipating. So I think like the main point on this is the indestructible part of it, and also the fact that it is a hidden wall trap. So once the wall goes up, like that person's trapped. So since it's essentially like a trip, that's like where the Sentinel aspect of this character comes in. I don't know how long the wall lasts for, because that really does matter a lot, because it might limit some of the options of placement. This is also also a great location, I feel like. This is just me coming up with some ideas. I also saw this one as well, like, you know, trapping someone in hell. Anyway, those are just some ones. I'm gonna go over to B really quick and we can just take a look at some potential locations of walls. Problem with this is that you can see also the height. So like with a box like this, like if you put it too close to it, they could just shoot over it. This does seem like a good one though. This one right here. I feel like that one would be pretty strong. You know, they come back sight. Now they're trapped in here. They can't get up either door. So I guess another one you could do is you could do like this. And when they come in sight, now they can't go back. Anyway, that's the main ideas with shear. Arc rose, equip arc rose, target a surface and fire to place a stealth arc rose or alt fire to place the arc rose through it. Reuse to blind all players looking at it. This ability can be picked up to be redeployed. I think this one is going to be one of the ones that might be insane, mainly because of that like part where it can be thrown through walls and it can also be redeployed, which is really cool. I think it's kind of, you know, similar to Cypher Cam, but I think it comes back quicker than Cypher Cam, but I don't quote me on that. So this is just a normal place. You can just keep using the same flash. Look how long it takes. It's only a couple seconds. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's like 5 seconds. And then, so you can alt fire. Okay, so now I've placed it through the wall. And I think that this is going to be incredible because you can place it through the walls and you can catch enemies off guard. And even if you're not on site, let's say you did a setup B, like, you know, in some situations when you're playing as Cypher or you're playing as a Sentinel, you're gonna have like a setup on this site and you're gonna be playing, let's say either mid or you're playing A for some reason. You're gonna wanna be able to, at the beginning of the round, tell if the players are on A or B. And in this situation, you can just, and if you hear like blinded, that's how you know. You know there's at least one other person there. It's a very different vibe of a Sentinel, but it's also interesting to think that now a Sentinel can also flash people. So, okay, ultimate time. Vice's ultimate is Steel Garden. Equip a bramble of liquid metal. Fire to send the metal erupting from you as a torrent of metal thorns, jamming enemy primary weapons after a brief windup. I'm really interested in this mainly because of a couple things. One, this is just such a unique concept. I've never even thought of like jamming weapons. So reminds me of Iso's ult mainly because it's an area of effect. So if you get someone in it, then it affects them kind of thing. But this one's different because Iso's only affects one person, whereas this one affects all people who are in it. Another thing is that this also has a huge range from what I've seen. So part of the reason I chose this map to spawn into, because this has such a large area over here and I really want to see how far this goes. So I'm going to stand over here on the wall because I saw that it might actually even reach these stairs, which is insane to me. Because if this ult can like essentially lock down a whole site and make them only use their pistols, that's kind of crazy. But okay, anyway.
Bring me the arsenal! My ultimate's ready.
Okay, it went to here. So your area of effect is essentially from here to here. That is insane, but this might just be one of the best site holding ults ever. This is a typical scenario, you know, like let's say enemy team is moving in, they're moving in from over here and they're moving in from over here or whatever. And you might be the last person or, you know, one of the last couple people on your team. You hit this ult.
Bring me the arsenal! My ultimate's ready.
You essentially are locking off the entire area all the way up to like these walls. So that means anyone who's pushing, you know, because they're overconfident because they have, you know, they all have Vandals and Phantoms and you're back here by yourself, all of their primary guns are taken away, which is incredible. But I just wanted to demonstrate how large of an area of effect this ult has. And it can really, to reference another character, turn the tide of a post plant kind of situation. I'm just gonna try, I'm gonna be back against the back wall over here and just see how far this goes.
Bring me the arsenal! My ultimate's ready.
So it goes essentially to the main door. I know it is in a circle, so I'm kind of interested to see like if I line it up with here.
Bring me the arsenal! My
Does
ultimate's ready.
it go through door? Yeah, it does. Interesting. So that's Vice, new agent to Valorant. Super, super excited. Valorant devs have been working overtime. Really appreciate it. I feel like Deadlock had a little bit of a sore reception. And the fact that we got 2 Sentinels back to back is kind of huge. It shows that they're really interested in creating more of that like tactical aspect to the tactical FPS. So as someone who likes playing games that are like thinking games. This is huge. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you really enjoyed it. I had a great time trying out the new character in Valorant. I cannot wait to see this character come to life and see all the different ways that people play with it. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. And with that, I will see you in the next one. I don't know the name of the character yet because I'm filming this so far in advance.